Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Miss Pink Boss Lady and today we're gonna bind a book. As you guys can see, this book is in horrible condition, and as a book lover, I just couldn't stand this. So I kinda took it upon myself to learn how to bind a book. This book has been passed down from a family member to family member in my family. First it was my sister's, then she passed it on to me, and I gave it to my mom. My niece was growing up along the way, and of course she did some doodling on it. But that's okay, I can fix that. I got the hard cardboard from Michael's, and I traced over the measurements of the book plus 1 centimeter. Later on, I learned that I should have just done half a centimeter because I eventually took off that extra centimeter when I placed the book because I thought it was like way too big, but then it turned out to be way too small. But I still continued to do it anyway. It was fine. It wasn't like a big deal or anything. So I highly recommend you guys to do half a centimeter extra for the measurements. I also did this L shape type of thing to make placement easier later on when I'm gluing the cardboards together, but you guys don't really need it. Actually making the measurements on the paper itself was way easier and more comfortable for me than using the broken L-shaped thing I did. I just did it because I had seen it in other videos, so yeah. Now that we got all the cutouts ready, then we put them together using a regular white sheet of paper. And cutting off the excess, of course. And since I love painting, I wanted the cover to be like a canvas. So I went to my local craft store and asked which fabric would suit me better for painting. So he gave me this one, and if you guys want, I highly recommend you guys going to a local craft store. They're amazing. You always find new things in there. So yeah, I'm gonna just glue the canvas into the cardboard, and then I'm gonna use a white acrylic to kind of prime it so I could just paint over it whatever I want. After getting the white coat on, I let it dry and I decided to paint it blue. Since my mom's the one that's gonna keep the book, she really wanted it to be blue. And the reason why I wanted to paint the blue flower turned out to be perfect because my mom wanted the book to be blue. And as I was skimming through the pages, a couple of like pressed blue flowers came off of it. I picked them up and they were these flowers. So I was like, why not paint it? So I decided to paint that. Also, using like the top gel coat from like doing my nails, I decided to put it on those flowers and UV light them so they could become hard, and eventually I used them for the bookmark. So yeah, everything came out so perfect and fell into place. I was very happy about that. course, I myself am not perfect, so I made a couple mistakes along the way. First, I tried to make like a golden margin, which came up to be more challenging than expected due to like the tape not really like sticking in perfectly to the book cover, and to, well, you guys could see I was holding my brush while fixing the tape, so yeah, that happened. No worries, I can fix that. I'm actually gonna use it for my back cover, which is gonna be a beautiful golden tree with blue flowers. As for the gold margin that got messed up, I just decided to pull it up. It gives it a nice touch. Gold goes very well with this blue and white, and I just made a smaller flower on the spine of the book cover. Eventually, I hope to get more artsy with the titles on books, and because I am planning on making more bookbinding videos, it was absolutely fun. But for this one, I just decided to use my own handwriting for the title. I put it on the front page and on the spine of the book. It was super challenging though, so hard to find the proper, perfect placement for each letter. But it was worth it. After I was done with the painting, I decided to erase all the pencil marks from the lettering and put a top coat of sealant so it could be preserved and more shiny. Word of advice, I put a parchment paper underneath everything that I was doing so the paint wouldn't filter through and get stuck to my table. So I really recommend you guys to do that. After you cut all like the surrounding area, cut the tips just so it's easier to fold and glue onto the book cover. Now it's time to glue everything. I put a white sheet of paper on the inside of the book cover just so that the paper of my choosing for the inside of the book could easily like glue onto that. And the paper that you choose that's gonna be the inside of your book cover, you glue it onto the book like 1/2 centimeter from the spine. You do this back and forth. I'm also gonna secure the bookmark that I'm adding to the book by putting a mesh over it. And I'm adding the book binding headbands just so it could look cool and legit. And now we finally get to glue the book cover to the book. Remember, you guys, don't glue the spine. That's very important. If you do, you won't be able to open the book. So just be warned. And what's a project without its hiccups? So I guess I didn't wait for it to dry long enough, and also the book is in terrible condition, so when I opened it, like it split in half. But don't you guys worry, I volunteered at a library for a while and they taught me how to fix these problems, so all I needed was a little more glue and time. As a side comment, I also painted the edges of the book blue to match the theme and to make it look a little cooler. I did this with alcohol-based markers. And here is the final product. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you have any questions or feedback, you can leave it in the comments. I truly appreciate you guys joining me on my journey to make art. It's very important to me. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye bye.